I'm here with Chris Gaffney, visiting professor of the Federal University in Niteroi, professor for Geography. He's working with football stadiums. Chris, what will be the changes of football architecture in Brazil?
We will see the stadiums go from large containers with relatively few comforts that allowed for the popular appropriation of space and a lot of people to come in, to arenas in the North American and European mold that are merely entertainment centers and not centers of convivencia, of popular convergence, but more one of consumption of spectacle and as a means of selling the potential consumption of Brazilians to the outside world.
What would you say was a characteristic of traditional Brazilian football stadiums?
They were open spaces that allowed for freedom of movement. In some cases, the fans would change sides at halftime so they could be behind the goal of their team to support their team verbally. And so now we're having a territorialization of those spaces, a limiting of the movement of people, a restriction of space, and a defining limits by class. And so you can pay for different services in the stadium depending on your ability, much as we see in the United States and Europe.
Do you think it was necessary to make all the restorations in the stadium?
It was necessary to do some upgrading, but certainly not necessary to destroy the stadiums, the cultural heritage, the architectural heritage in the way that it's been done. As we saw in the World Cup in Germany, when local authorities refused to bend to FIFA's invented demands, then more creative solutions can be managed. Here in Brazil, everybody just said, okay, well, we're going to do this to the maximum possible extent of the law and spend as much money as possible to develop stadiums in a European mold. And so this is very much a top-down process. There is no participation, no consideration of popular culture or popular experience in the stadiums for the World Cup.
Okay, thank you very much.